Okay, so at the
Cindy's also listening.
at the very beginning of season 1, a man called John Aaron, who is the hand of the king of the 7 kingdoms, is suddenly dead.
You have to take less than 5 minutes, by the way.
I know, I got it.
Okay.
It's the build-up, all right? I want that climax. Anyway, as I was saying, he's randomly dead. Hand of the king, kind of like the vice president of the president. So this one dude named Ned Stark is suddenly called to replace him because the king is his lifelong best friend, right? So he has to leave his home called Winterfell and all his kids and family behind, and he has to be acting hand of the king. And while he's there in King's Landing, he uncovers some plots that maybe the hand of the king was actually assassinated and didn't die from natural causes. And while they're investigating this, another house who is wed to the house of the king, which are called the Baratheons, these Lannisters are the ones who are supposedly thwarting against the crown, for their own benefit. And as a result, Ned Stark gets framed for a bunch of stuff, for pretty much uncovering the plot. And as a result, he's beheaded because he didn't want the Lannisters to claim the throne, and instead he wanted the Baratheons to continue. So he gets beheaded, and that's the end of season 1. Oh wait, sorry. Also, there's this person named Daenerys Targaryen who is exiled to another island because her house, the Targaryens, were the previous rulers until there was a rebellion that was led against them, and then that's why the Baratheons are now the kings. Anyway, so season 2, now the Starks declare war on the Lannisters because Ned Stark was executed. So now a war starts raging on. The bastard son of Ned Stark, Jon Snow, meanwhile had been sent to the Wall, and the Wall is home to the Night's Watch, where it's just pretty much like a band of criminals who get sent as like punishment. They have to defend this giant block of ice called the Wall, which is supposed to separate the kingdoms from like the north, further north, the Wild, where supposedly zombie-like creatures, mythical creatures called the White Walkers exist, but not everybody believes that, so they think the Night's Watch is full of bullshit. Anyway, he's been doing shit there. I don't know if I'm supposed to cuss right now.
Yeah.
He's been doing
2
stuff
minutes
there.
and 20 seconds.
He's been doing stuff there. Deals with a bunch of wildlings who are all these like free roamers who don't really associate with the 7 kingdoms and all that kind of politics. They're just like, we're just trying to survive against the White Walkers, so they're kind of more in touch with reality. Anyway, that happens. He bangs some redhead wildling. War is raging on down south. Daenerys is also trying to like put together armies and stuff so she can reclaim the throne for her family. So she she starts hiring like mercenaries to back her. This ragtag group of like hillbillies, I guess, called the Dothraki. They help her in doing so too. She gets dragons. That's at the end of season 1, but now the dragons are all dragons now. So yeah, season 2, pretty much everything starts like boiling to a T. Season 3 is like the actual war. The Starks attempt to launch an assault against the capital, but they fail because they get betrayed by somebody who's actually working for the Lannisters. So that's when the Red Wedding happens. Very sad. Daenerys still doing absolutely jack shit all the way across the other sea. Boring storyline. Jon Snow kind of just doing his own thing too. Anyway, season 4 introduced like new houses who also have their own stake to the crown and stuff.
45 seconds.
Nothing really happened in season 4 except someone's head got smashed in. Season 5, Jon Snow gets stabbed because eventually like he's trying to like side with the wildlings because they're more in touch, but everybody else is like, nah, that's stupid. So he gets stabbed. Season 6, he gets revived, and then a bunch of the other Starks are now dead. So he like now fights on behalf of House Stark, and he's like the sole member. So boom, now you only have like the Starks left versus the Lannisters versus the Targaryens.
Okay,
Season
10
7,
seconds.
Jon Snow and Daenerys bang, and at the end of season 8, yeah, that's what's going on.
That's it? Alright. Thank you, Mark.